Welcome to Airline Renewable Segment. Today we will discuss the basics of the refrigerant gas detectors MGS 450. Okay, if you are going to work as a building management system or building automation and control system engineer, especially in the uh, oil and gas industry, the confined space where there is possibility for the installation of the gas detector. Most importantly, so if you are using the refrigerant as coolers, okay, for cooling purposes, for the chiller plants or for smaller plants and all that, especially for the units, the units, there is a possibility for the gas to get leaked. Okay, so to avoid that, to detect that, we need refrigerant gas detector. Okay, so first in this session, what are the things that we need to know? So we will try to know what is this refrigerant gas detector MGS40. Why should we know about it? Okay, where and all we used to use this gas detector, and how can you install this refrigerant gas detectors, and what are the things basically you should know about this refrigerant gas detectors. And most importantly, you know, this is a device which converts a physical quantity to an electrical output. Okay, so the electrical output can be in either two forms, either in the voltage form or the current form. Okay, how to do it, how to change that sort of things. Okay, and what are the basic user configurations that you need to do inside the refrigerant gas detectors using a MGS 400. First, what is this refrigerant gas detector? So it is a device, okay, which is intentionally used only for the detection of the refrigerants, toxic and the combustible gas. Okay, so where we used to use these refrigerant gas detectors? So mostly these refrigerant gas detectors are often highly and used in the places where we are using the refrigerant as a coolant, especially in the DX units, okay, VRF units, okay, especially for the cooling purpose inside the cooling coil. Instead of water, we just use this refrigerant as a coolant. Okay, and also used to use in oil and gas industries. Okay, building small building projects, malls, okay, airports, metro stations, in all those locations we used to use this refrigerant. So where and all we are using this refrigerant, okay, in order to detect the leakages, especially if you are using the gas form, okay, you need to know whether it is getting leaked or not. So in order to identify it, we are using this refrigerant gas detector. So today we will look into an example of MGS 450. Okay, it is especially dedicatedly created for the machinery rooms, cold rooms, and the freezing. Okay, so first and foremost thing that we should know how this refrigerant gas detector is installed. Okay, so most importantly, whenever we choose, since it is a gas, we need to expose it to the IP66. So we always used to have a lid and a rubber gasket. Okay, whenever you remove the cover, okay, this lid and the rubber gasket will be there, and try to close along with the lid and the rubber gasket, then only it will be an IP66 rated instrument. Okay, and we have a 4 mm Allen key, French key will be there. Using that, you can remove these lids. Okay, to remove this lid, you can open it. While you're opening, you have a lid and the rubber gasket. So whenever you are closing it back, please use this rubber gasket properly. Okay, and most importantly, we have okay glands for the cable entries. Okay, we have the glands for the cable entries, and even for a tightening purpose, okay, we can use the Allen most importantly. So as I told earlier, this first we will let us try to know the component overview. Okay, as you can see here, since this is the gas detector, we have electronic devices board inside it. Okay, as you can see, we have numerous provisions. Okay, say for example, um, for the cable to enter inside, okay, we have M16 cable clamp. Okay, second thing is that, as I told earlier, we'll have a rubber gasket in the corner in order to close it properly, in order to make this device as a IP66 rated device. Next thing is that, okay, if there occurs instead of alarms, okay, internal alarms, buzzers. So we have a internal alarm buzzers inside it, okay, and in order for the gas detector to work, it needs some power, right? So in order to do the power connection, we used to use this terminal. Okay, and as I told earlier, if there are multiple gas detectors, you want to take them in the Modbus loop. Okay, if you want to take them in a Modbus communication loop, okay, we need to loop. In order to loop, we need a terminals. Okay, that is RX, TX, and grounding signals you need. For that one, most importantly, you can use this terminal. Okay, and as I told earlier, we can have the analog connection. So even for the analog connection also, we have a jumpers along with it. So these are the analog connections. Okay, and most importantly, we have two important switches. Okay, that is very much important: tactical switch 1 and tactical switch 2. What is tactical switch 1 and what is tactical switch 2? Because these two switches, okay, are very much important, okay, in establishing the connection between the app through your smartphones to this concerned devices. In order to connect and disconnect through the Bluetooth connection, we need the help of this tactical switches. So the tactical switches plays a very important role. This 7 and 9 are going to be your tactical switches. Okay. Next is that apart from it, okay, apart from power connection and digital looping communication connections, analog connections, we also have the provision for relay output. For what purpose we need it? Because if the device has detected a low alarm, or if the device has detected a high alarm, or if the device has detected the fault, we should know it, right? So we need a volt-free contact. Okay, we need a volt-free contact. For this one, we are using these three terminals. Among these three terminals, relay 3 will be used to identifying the fault. So this is the relay 3, which will be used to use this for fault detection. If there occurs any fault, we will have a three terminals here. Okay, normally open, common, and NC terminal. Okay, if it is a fault detection, normally it will be in NC. If there occurs any fault, it will become NO. So using that sort of methodology, you can easily find out the detect the fault, and you can connect this with your controller, maybe your DI controller. Okay, this is input devices. As I told you, apart from it, we need this sensor to detect the high amount of gas release, high alarm as well as low alarm. For that purpose, for a high alarm, we can use the relay 2, and for low alarm purpose, we can use this relay 1. Apart from it, we also have the magnetic switches also here. Okay, 13 and 14 are the magnetic switches, and we have a M20 cable blanks. Okay, for the cable entries. So these are the very important components which are always present inside the refrigerant gas detectors. So when you are doing the basic wiring connections, always try to keep this in concern and try to do your wirings. Okay, as I told earlier, though we know the wiring, we should know what is the voltage required to operate. Okay, what is the power supply we need. So it means if it is a DC 28.5 volts DC is included, or 24 volt AC also you can provide. Okay, as I told earlier, for power supply, what is the wire that you can use? You can use 16 to 18 AWG 2-core cable. Okay, and for the relays also you can use a 16 to 28 AWG 2-core cables also. For the Modbus communication, always try to use 28 AWG, and most importantly, okay, when you are planning to loop the devices continuously, at the end of the loop, try to use the 120 ohms resistor. Okay, and um, as I told earlier, the basic settings that we have, default settings we have inside the refrigerant gas detectors for the Modbus communication is that baud rate will be of 9600, okay, or in certain things will be around 19200 K, and the data bits will be 8, okay, and the parity is none. If you want, you can make it odd or even, okay, and stop bit will be either one will be the default. If you want to change it to 2, you can change, okay, and most importantly, the read write time seconds will be in microseconds, that is 500 microseconds. As I told earlier, we have a connection facilities of through the Bluetooth. We can connect with a refrigerant gas detector at the field through your mobile phone apps. Okay, so in that one we will discuss in this forthcoming session. It is here. Okay, as I told earlier, what are the output we can take from it? We have a relay output, okay, for the buses, and also we have analog outputs also. Okay, basically the analog outputs will be either you can take, if you want a current output, you can take 4 to 20 milliamps, or you can take 0 to 50 volt, or 0 to 10 volt, or 1. Okay, but by default we will have a 1 to 5 volt default, or sometimes we will have a 2 to 10 volt. As I told earlier, so this is zoomed in view of this terminals that we are using. So as you can have, we have a power connection. You can give 24 volt power, 24 AC power, and these are the Modbus connections. As you can see here, we have a plus, minus, ground, as well as shielded. It is a 4-core shielded cable, and 3-core shielded cable. We can make this connection, and this is for the analog. Okay, analog connection, and these are the relays as I told earlier. So if you want to take a normally open, normally closed contact, you can connect it. So mostly if it is an alarm, if it is a fault, always try to go with the NC and NO contact, NC and common contact. If there occurs anything, the NC will become NC. Like that also you can the configuration. So first and foremost is how to connect it. First you need to install the MGS 400 app in your smartphone. Then you need to switch on the uh, Bluetooth in your smartphone as well as in the um, refrigerant gas detector device. So if you press, okay, the magnet 1, okay, tapping switch for 1 second, the Bluetooth will get enabled. So where it is, as I told earlier, no? So here this 13th number, this 13th number is the magnetic switch 1. This is the magnetic switch 1, and here is the magnetic switch 2. If you press it for do a long press for a long time, okay, you will have a pretty clearly that the Bluetooth is turned on. You can connect when you scan through the Bluetooth search. You can connect with the devices. Okay, simple configuration. Okay, but while connecting, there is a possibility for it to ask the password key. The password key will be 123456. Okay. Next thing is that after entering into the app, after getting connected with the devices, the configuration menu you need to go. Okay, if there it asks any sort of unlock codes, okay, please enter the password as 1234. Okay, as I told earlier, this is your main menu. Okay, and if you want to know the status, all the status you can see. Okay, what is the gas which is released, what is the ppm of it, what is the status of it. Okay, or if you want to do the calibration, you can select this option. You can do the calibrations. Okay, if you want to know the details of the instrument information which is getting connected, you can get from this menu. And if you want to disconnect it, okay, from here through the home button also, or from here also you can disconnect. Okay, and if you want to restart the connected devices, you can press this restart button, okay, in your app. And if you want to do the test mode, say for example you want to know whether the engine is okay, buttons are okay, relays are okay, analog output is okay, through the test mode you can do that one. And basic any sort of device configuration, you need to use this spanner symbol, that is the device configuration. And if there occurs any sort of logs, events, so through the logs you can go and see what happened. You can take out the history. Okay, as I told earlier, in the outputs we have through the test options also you can do, or the real time we have 4 different outputs. So one is the indication, LED indication. If it is a green, okay, then it is okay. Warming up, if it is from changing from green to light green to light green, it is the LED is warming. If it is a pure green, it is in the normal position. If it is changing from uh, red to light red, and if you are hearing instead of buzzers, and your relay number 1 is on, means it is a low alarm. During the warm up and the normal operation, any of the relays will not be on. Okay, you can't see any relays, either relay 1, relay 2, or relay 3. Even the buzzer sound won't be there, and none of the relays will be on during the normal operation. If there occurs in low alarms, okay, relay 1 will be on. Okay, if it is a high alarm, relay 1 and relay 2 both will be on. You will have a buzzer sound as well. Okay, and if it is offline, okay, so as you can see here, alarm indication in the LED will have a red color. If it is normal, it will be in the pure green. If it is a warming up, blinking will be there. Okay, and if it is offline, if there is no such sort of devices are getting connected, the device is offline, what will happen? You have a connection like this, that is orange, green, and red will be there. All the three will be the off mode. If there occurs any fault, orange LED indications will be there. And most importantly, as we told earlier, the third relay is for the fault detection. So you can detect, you can able to know what is the fault. Even you have the buzzer sound also. Okay, if there occurs any sort of negative gas fault also, orange light will be blinking, and relay third will be on. From that one, you can able to know that there occurs any fault in it. And if, when you're doing the zero calibration fault, or if you found any sort of span calibration fault, okay, the indication will be on. So using that indication, you can able to identify what is the state of the devices. So as I told earlier, we have a magnetic one and magnetic two switches. Okay, if you tap the magnetic one devices, you can enable it. So using that one, you can connect with the app which is being installed in the Android phone or a any sort of smartphone. And if you are trying to tap the MG2, okay, the Bluetooth connection will get disconnected. Okay, and if you hold the magnetic one for a long time, okay, either in the normal condition you can do the zero calibration, okay, and if any low alarm is coming, okay, if you hold you mag one for a long time, it will mute the buzzer sound. If it is a high alarm is happening, and if you hold the magnetic one switch for a long time, it will mute the second buzzer. And if there occurs any fault also, okay, if you hold this magnetic one switch, it will mute the buzzer sound. And if there occurs any sort of buzzer sound out of negative gas fault or zero calibration fault, okay, for acknowledging the zero calibration point, you can do press the magnetic one hold button, okay button for a particular period of time, and if there is any negative gas faults are happening, that buzzer sound will be there. In order to mute it, you can use this. Okay, as I told earlier, we have one more connection. So now you got connected with it. Now you want to disconnect from it, you can press this magnetic tube trap. Okay, it will disable the connection, as I told earlier. And if you hold the magnetic tube for a long time, it will start the fan calibration. Okay, and if there is occurs any sort of alarms, okay, it will acknowledge the latched alarm. Okay, we need to make some acknowledgement as well, right? And if there occurs any sort of high alarms also, it will acknowledge the high alarms. If there occurs any fault also, it will acknowledge the latched alarms also. And if there occurs any negative gas fault, so it will start the zero calibration again. And if there occurs any sort of fan calculation fault, you can also hold this magnetic tube input connection wire so that you can acknowledge the fault. So as I told earlier, first you need to fit the calibration adapter to the gas ceiling. Okay. So most important note is that okay, when you're doing in calibration or any sort of pumping test, you should require okay calibration adapter kit. This is the part number of it. That is MGS 400 calibration adapter kit should be there. After using the calibration adapter kit, after configuring basic things, then you can use the device for normal operation. Okay, and most importantly, okay, at elevations which is higher than okay 2000 meters, okay, calibration results is a low reading only. Okay, and most importantly, first you need to fit the calibration adapter to the gas detector lid. Okay, if you are using a variable flow regulator, adjust the gas flow appropriately. So most importantly, except CO2 or oxygen sensors, ambient air may be used instead of zero gases. The air is known to be free of target gas or any other gases to which the sensor may cross sensitive. Okay, and as I told earlier, not to begin the zero adjustment. Okay, in the MGS 400 app. Okay, you please go to home. On symbol is on a home symbol is there. Go to home. Okay, tap and press the calibrate button. Okay, and most importantly, when it asks for scanning the barcode on the cylinder, gas cylinder, you might have a values. Please scan that barcode. If not, if it is asking to enter the values manually for the zero gases, try to enter the value by using the gas cylinder. Okay, and there is another option also we have for a zero adjustment. Okay, if you don't have app, if you didn't install any sort of apps, but you want to do the zero adjustment, manually hold the okay mag 1 button for less than 5 seconds. Okay, the LED will blink green, green, red. Okay, when the instrument is ready. That is the most important thing. How you can able to identify that you had begin the zero adjustment. First option is that you can do with the MGS 400 app. Okay, using the tab button by pressing the calibrate. Either you can scan on the gas cylinders or you can manually enter the value from the gas. Okay. And the second option is that you can do it manually also. How you can do it manually? By holding the mag 1 button for 5 seconds. Okay, what will happen? Zero adjustment will happen automatically. What will happen if that is complete? LED will blink green, green, red when the adjustment is ready. Okay, and second thing is that how to confirm the start of a calibration. If in um, the app, okay, as I told earlier, if you press the home tab button, calibrate, okay, and then after scanning it, if you press the start zero button, okay, it means you're confirming start the calibration activity. Or what is the second option you can do? You can do is that, as I told earlier, we have a mag 1 button, okay, tab is there, press that one, okay, with 30 seconds, okay, or the instrument will time out and return to the normal operation. This is the second option normally you can do for confirming the start of calibration. Next, how we will know you had completed the zero adjustment. Okay, the app will count down to its completion. Okay, if the calibration is successful, it will ask you to proceed to the step 1. Okay, and manually how we can do this. Okay, second is that the LED will blink green to red. Okay, the LED will blink from green to red. Okay, green, red, red. Then it will blink from green, red, red, red. Okay, until the calibration is complete. Okay, if you want to abort it, okay, you can hold the mag 1 for less than greater than 5 seconds. What will happen? It will turn off the gas flow and remove the calibration adapter. Okay, if the calibration is successful, okay, if the calibration is successful, the LED will be green. Then you can proceed with the next step. Okay, if the calibration is unsuccessful, the LED blinks okay in orange color. So it means clearly know what is happening. Okay, so through app also you can do. If it is complete, you can see all the details in it. Okay, if not, you are trying to do manually. Okay, to complete the zero adjustment, the LED will blink from green to red, green to red, red, green, red, red, red. Okay, and most importantly, to abort it, you can hold the mag one for 5 seconds. So, and you can turn off the flow and remove the calibration adapters also. If the calibration is successful, okay, you will have a green indication, green LED indication. Okay, if the calibration is unsuccessful, it will be the orange color. Next step that you need to do is that you need to turn off the gas flow for the zero gas and replace the zero gas with the calibration for the fan adjustment. Okay, next you need to begin the fan adjustment. So for the span adjustment in the MGS 400 app, scan the barcode on the cylinder, or you can either enter the values manually. Okay, and the second thing is that hold the mag 2 for 5 seconds. Okay, so span adjustments also you can do. Okay, so normal for starting the calibration, you can press the mag 1 button. For the mag 2 button, what you can do in order to do the span adjustment, you can use this mag 2 button for 5 seconds. Okay, the LED will blink. Okay, it will change the color from green, green, orange when the instrument is ready. Okay, now apply the calibration gas at the concentrated list on a okay, gas concentration label. Okay, and confirm start the calibration. What will happen? Press start span button. The app. Okay, if you want to do it manually, tap the mag 2 with 30 seconds the instrument. It will time out and return to the normal operation. Once, okay, if you complete this panel, how you will know? So in the MGS 400 app, okay, the app will count down the completion. If the calibration is successful, it will ask us to proceed to the step number 18. Okay, or if you're doing it manually, the LED will blink from green to orange, green to orange, orange, green, orange, 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 orange until the calibration is complete. If you want to abort it, you can hold the back to button for 5 seconds. Okay, and you need to turn off the gas flow and remove the calibration adapter. If the calibration is successful, okay, the LED blinks from green, orange, and red, and it will proceed. If the calibration is unsuccessful, LED blinks in orange. Okay, and next you need to turn off the flow of the calibration gas and remove the calibration adapter. Okay, allow the sensor to recover or stabilize before the instrument returns to the normal operation to the green color. Okay, and the next most important test is the bump test. The manufacturer of this product requires that a bump test or a calibration be performed for following instruction. To verify the instrument functionality, we can go for this bump test. Okay, first in order to do the bump test, you need to connect the adapter and the gas cylinder according to the instruction in the general calibration procedure. If desired, you can disable or silence the external annotation, that is shutdown valve. If there is any sort of notification authority, simply shut down it for a while. Okay, since you are doing the pump test. Next, through your MGS 400 app, okay, tab calibrate, and you have an option called pump to toggle. Okay, it will take offline to disable the communication to the external devices. If you want to do it manually, please inform the okay building personnel okay that we are going to conduct this pump test. Okay, external devices whichever making some sort of sound, it can be disabled. Okay, and apply a sufficiently high concentration target gases to trigger the alarm, but not the pure refrigerants or hydrocarbons, because uh, example butane lighters and all, you should not use it. Okay, and most importantly, once the threshold have been exceeded, okay, the relays will be active and the digital output should transmit the gas concentration. So for example, in MGS 400 app, gas concentration should be displayed and the instrument status should show either it is a low alarm or it's a high alarm. All these things you can see. Okay, it also shows the status on, and if you're doing it manually, the LED itself will display low alarm or high alarm. Okay, and you need to turn off the gas flow and remove the gas adapter. Allow the sensor to recover to the normal operation till it gets green. Then if you want to do the other test, you can do. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. Okay, if you like this video, please share this knowledge to your friends. Okay, it will be useful for everyone. It will be upliftment to your society. And if you want to know more and number, you can contact us or contact us here. We are LMP System. We are providing design, installation, consultancy, training support for the working professionals who are in the building automation and then control system, building management system, or building automation system. Most probably people who are working in building projects, metro projects, okay, multi-storage buildings, small, who are especially into the building automation system. We are providing trainings for the working professionals, as well as we are providing trainings for students also. If you are really interested, we are providing online training classes also. Thank you so much.